Hey ghosts, welcome back to your dreams. Today I'm exploring the Enneagram test. I was actively looking for a personality test because they're fun. And this was the top result on Google. I think the Enneagram is having a moment. People are sharing their results on TikTok and getting obsessed, of course. And one person said that it's the personality test that makes you cry. So let's join them. I'm using truity.com to take the test. They describe the Enneagram as a system of personality typing that describes patterns in how people interpret the world and manage their emotions. That's pretty much all personality tests. So what sets this one apart? The basis of the Enneagram is a 9-pointed geometric symbol. That's the complex absurdity that I was waiting for. The circle represents the wholeness and unity of human life, while the other shapes represent how it is divided. It's the circle of life. The types on either side of each core type are called wings. It is believed that wings represent related personality styles which we can transition into in order to develop new facets of ourselves. I like that they acknowledge that you're not just one type of personality forever. That always had me bothered about these tests. It also has lines that connect the types the person has left behind or repressed in childhood. Now I understand why people were crying. The inclusion of these lines moves the Enneagram from a purely descriptive personality model to one that is dynamic, showing how personality can change under different conditions. Like all personality tests, the Enneagram is subject to scrutiny and skepticism, with one article quoting a professor from the University of Melbourne saying, "Frankly, the Enneagram is probably at the top of the list of tests I would not recommend. Is pseudoscientific at best." But I say this every time, I'm not going to base the rest of my existence on a personality test. I might base my channel banner off a personality test, but that's as far as I'll go. I think these things are useful for reflecting on your life and your behaviours. They get you thinking about where you are and where you'd like to be. So let's find out where I am. First question, I strive for perfection. I don't have to strive. I do, but I also know when to stop striving for perfection. It is important to me to achieve great things. Yes. The goals I have in life are not humble. I think deeply about things, clearly. I am prepared for any disaster. Emotionally, yes. Financially, no. I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. It depends what rules. If you don't want to follow society's rules and live life differently, then go for it. If you don't want to follow the rules on how to safely drive, expect catastrophe. I think a lot about what will happen in the future. I do. I'm a dreamer. It is important to me to be successful. Yes. But I define my own success, so it's healthy. The organisations I belong to would not function well without me. I don't like belonging to organisations. There are very few places that I trust to work on the inside. That's why I'm so financially unprepared. I like to analyse things from every angle. Absolutely. Average people often find me a bit weird. Well, if they find my YouTube channel, they do.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
I think I'm considered weird. My interests are very creative and arty, and the art I make is quite dark and morose. But I am easy to get along with as well. I hold myself to very high standards. Yes, absolutely. I am a natural caretaker. No. I am really glad that I got a cat in my early 20s because I have discovered that I do not want to have another life dependent on me forever. I want people to admire me. I want people to admire my art. If I am honest, I feel that I am a bit better than other people. Wow, what in the Dunning-Kruger effect is this question? I think that I'm better than other people at making films and chasing my dreams and fulfilling my goals. But there's lots of things that I am definitely not better at. I distract myself from any sad feelings that arise. No, I'm a wallower. If I'm sad, I'm being sad until I feel better. In fact, I may even turn it into a film. I read books that help me be more productive or better at what I do. Well, the books I've read recently have all been for this channel, and they have been to help me access astral projection. So I don't know if that's productive. I can describe my emotions in a lot of depth and detail. Anyone who has received a half-hour plus voice note from me will contest to this. My friends are very patient. I find my mind to be a very interesting place. Yes. It's my little inner universe. I am always up for a new adventure. Absolutely. If anyone has any adventures that they would like to invite me on, please do. I make alliances with people who can help me stay safe and secure. I've never thought about this before. When I do risky things like travel alone or go on new experiences, I do tend to create a little group of people that I trust. Even if I've only known them a day or so, it's just nice and fun to have other people in the same boat looking out for you. The traditional way of doing things is the best way. There's an internal struggle that's like, progress is amazing, but also simple living is amazing. I'd like to chop wood and have rights. I have a lot of plans for how I can improve myself. Always. I will be improving all of the time, even in death. I make important contributions to my community. Who is my community? I feel like that's another video. I am usually the one to take a stand when others won't. Yes, but the burden that comes with standing up for other people and yourself, it's always stressful. My answers are a confusing mess of a confident person with strong morals who doesn't like responsibility. Everyone has a role to play in society and a duty to do their best. I'm going to softly agree because I think that when you find your place in society and you give it your all, that's a positive thing. But the question also gives feudalist, you're the bottom of the ladder and you have to just accept that vibes. I am concerned with protecting what I have. What I have is a general happiness and peace of mind and freedom to choose what I want to do with my life, with a healthy dose of motivation and dreams that I am constantly working on. And that I do protect. I have a good sense of what my future holds. It's open-ended, and I kind of like that anything can happen. I have a great deal of willpower. Recently, someone I just met said to me, "You look like you have willpower." And I told them that was the most specific but best compliment I'd ever had. Time for my result. Here we go. Wow. I guess I'm a 3? This doesn't look like the chart they told me that I would get. Like, what happened to the numbers and the lines? This is a pie chart. The other thing was a line diagram. So it looks like I'm a 3, but it's a close call with 1 and 5. Maybe I should unlock my full report. Why is this behind a lock? $29. That's like £25 roughly. I'm not sure I'm that excited to find out what I am. I wonder if they have a page telling you what 3s are like. Deepest fear? Being insignificant or a failure? I don't know. Spiders elicit more of a fight or flight response than failure ever has. Core motivation, need for attention and admiration. The YouTube channel isn't going to do anything to convince people that I don't seek attention, right? In the key personality traits, impressive range of accomplishments really slaps. I do strive to accomplish a lot, and it's not about what people think of me. It's about feeling like I am a useful person. Jam-packed schedules and meetings. It's not schedules and meetings. It's creative projects that I don't say no to. Their goal is to be remembered and appreciated for their discoveries and creation to be the best. That's really accurate. Typically well-dressed. Okay, that's not. At their best, achievers tend to be confident, energetic, and humble role models who inspire others. Okay, an unhealthy 3 may appear obsessive, self-aggrandizing, and malicious. They may throw people under the bus for their own advantage and appear untrustworthy. Well, I can honestly say that I don't do that. I own up and tell people when I've made a mistake. I've also taken the heat for other people, but I'm not bragging about it. I'm humble. As children, this type most likely learned from an early age that achievement resulted in love and praise, so they established their identity on gaining attention in the form of success. 100% true. I've thought about this a lot. I think when I was younger that there was so much worship from my family and friends of TV, film, and media, and that's why, from a very young age, I've always wanted to be a filmmaker. My parents would watch TV all night and would get really hyped about new films or classic films. And when I was at school, we would spend our lunch times talking about what our favourite characters were from Lord of the Rings or acting out scenes from Harry Potter. In fact, when I was pretty young, in primary school, a large group of people from my year decided to make their own film, which was not actually filmed, it was just we were performing in the playground. And I was the dedicated camera operator. I knew I wanted to be behind the scenes. I know I ended up in front of the camera, but only in this sense. The rest of my career is behind the scenes. Anyway, I think that this mass worship of film and TV directed me into feeling that if I created that, then I would get the glory of all of this excitement that people had. So I associate praise and attention with film. Either my wing is 2 or my wing is 4. If I have a 2 wing, I'd enjoy entertaining and would be a guru at making and maintaining strong social bonds. This type thrives in careers such as advertising, event planning, broadcasting, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. I've done all of those careers, and this definitely lines up. If I have a 4 wing, I'd be more introverted, serious, and focused on work, rather than social engagements and relationships. This type can often be found in careers like law, marketing, business, politics, and finance. That doesn't sound like me at all, so I think my wing is 2. Ooh. Famous enneagrams that are type 3 include Oprah Winfrey, oh, not Tony Robbins, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Beyonce Knowles. I think her name might be Beyonce Knowles Carter, but okay. Beyonce. Beyonce and I are both Virgo suns and both type 3s, and I think our Myers-Briggs was pretty close too. Amy March in Little Women. Listen, she had a journey to go on and she went on that journey. I love this for me. So I think there's some accuracy in these results, and as with any personality test, a little wiggle room for interpretation. I wonder what my report would say that would be more accurate to me. I'm only $29 away from finding out, but I'm just such a 3 that I'd rather spend my money on the Barbenheimer t-shirt than find out more about my personality. Anyway, if you decide to take the test, let me know what you got. See you next time.